and I had to promote those projects that I'm super proud of. But now things are starting to settle down in my regular, normal life. So I wanted to kind of bring things back to the point of why I'm on social media to begin with. So the whole point is to spread awareness about Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Hey everyone, so I wanted to show you guys what kind of cosmetics I use.
So, if you are chronically online, such as myself, then you will know that Gypsy Rose Blanchard has been doing a little bit of changing and swapping about what she is showing on her TikTok and maybe her Instagram as well. Okay, I can only really vouch for her TikTok just because I've been having a little look.
We're gonna sing, and I promise you it's not gonna be great. I'm not a good singer, so don't judge me.
Since her release from prison, she has had the Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose. She's also had an ebook that's been put out. It actually says in her TikTok bio, author now. She has been featured in a number of different podcasts, and she has had podcasts with Ryan. She's been quite present over on her social media. But one of the things that she was saying, which is what, a lot of people were wondering, is what are you going to be doing with this great big platform that you have? Like, she has, I think, 8-9 million followers over on TikTok. Some people are for her, sharing her journey online. Other people, kind of like myself, I do fall into this camp, I won't lie, finds it a little bit strange, the kind of glamorization of Gypsy Rose, because let us be real, she was charged with second-degree murder of her mother. She's been quite vocal about wanting to be a spokeswoman. She wanted to be an advocate for Munchausen by proxy, which I don't actually think it's called that anymore. It's called something else. So if anyone else can tell me, please let me know. She said she wanted to do advocacy work and she wanted to put her platform to good use. Now, a lot of people were very skeptical about this. Were like, really? And other people were saying, you know what? If she can turn this into some sort of advocacy work, that would be the best use for her platform.
I just hope that with all this attention that it's worth something. I put out a message, and I hope that people don't lose sight of that message in the thick of it all. It's wonderful that I'm free, but now that I am free, that I'm kind of moving out of the hype of the freedom of it all, and I'm starting to really try and move into advocacy work. So I'm like, okay guys, I'm happy that you're happy that I'm out, but now let's talk about things that I want to talk about in my advocacy work. So
now, to my knowledge, she's literally only ever done one video. She did one video where she was talking about the signs, symptoms, and then obviously how it affects the child and the parent. Yeah, so I think she just did one of those videos, and then ever since then she has been deleting left and right different things. She's been deleting things, putting things back up. She deleted a lot of stuff to do with her and Ryan. People were skeptical, saying, have they divorced? Like, what is going on? And she's now posted a series of TikToks where it's nothing to do with advocacy. There's literally nothing to do with that at all. That video is still up, but she's changed her bio completely, and I am pretty damn sure it used to say advocate for Munchausen by proxy. It would say advocating or advocacy or something like that. And now it just says author. But the thing is that she's technically not an author because she never even wrote the book. She didn't write that. I know obviously a lot of people get publishers and get other people to write. I know that Lifetime, one of the people who has been speaking about her so much, I can't remember what her name is, she wrote a good deal of that ebook, whatever it is. Maybe I'm being picky. But I don't believe she actually wrote it. She got someone else to write it. Anyway, beyond the point, Amy, stop nitpicking. But it just says author now. It just says author. There's nothing else in there. And anyway, so I can just tell that is going to be annoying a fair few people that thought, hey, well, you know what? She's got out. She might put it to good use. She might be doing some advocacy work, whoever, whatever. But no, it appears like she has just drifted away from that completely.
hey everyone, so I wanted to show you guys what kind of cosmetics I use.
And I'm not saying that she won't go back and she won't, post things from time to time, but I do think that now that we know that there's going to be a Gypsy Rose / Ryan Anderson reality TV show through Lifetime that's going to be coming out. I can't remember when it's going to be coming out, but it's going to be coming out. Maybe they've already started filming it. I don't really know. But we do know that that is going to be happening and that will be aired. So maybe she's just kind of gone, you know what? I don't think advocating is going to do such, I don't think that's going to do such a good thing. Instead, I'm just going to put all my eggs into, you know, reality TV, influencer lifestyle. What do you guys think of that? Maybe I'm just jumping the gun a little bit, but I mean, it has disappeared from her bio and she is getting a reality TV show. So it could be very possible that she is just wanting to separate herself from her past life, which could be something that she's doing. Maybe she's just realizing that the more she talks about it, the more people are gonna keep on bringing her up on it, and more people are gonna go digging and finding inconsistencies, quote unquote haters she's gonna have, that kind of thing. That is very possible. I don't know. I've never spoken to her. I haven't got a clue. I'm just voicing my own opinions, I suppose. So that is basically what's happened there. We also have, right, and the last video I did on her, I did bring this up and some people were saying, yeah, it's very personal, these messages, and I do agree it is very personal. I won't lie, it is very personal, but they're already available on Reddit and they've been circulating, and they have been emails from this guy called Mac. I believe that's his name. We now know it is because we can now see the email, like the actual recipient. He came on and he said, do you know what, I was writing to Gypsy throughout 2022, and then throughout, we know that Gypsy had a lot of men that she would email. Even Ryan has said that, you know, it used to make him jealous because she did used to have, you know, literal fleets of men that would message into her, and women. We do know that Gypsy did try getting with someone else before she got with Ryan. How do I know this? I've been following this way too closely. But and I'll link my last video that I did on this. What transpired in the last video was that the emails that were sent between this man and Gypsy was saying how Ryan's family didn't like her and that she was questioning the whole entire thing, and she doesn't actually know if she wanted to even be married to him anymore because they've been married for about 4 months. Well, those emails ended with Gypsy saying that she's going to call off the marriage. She is broken up with Ryan, and that was the last little installment. We've actually got some more installments which are kind of implying that what her and Ryan were saying on the confessions of Gypsy Rose, the prison confessions, about them kind of struggling with their marriage and just struggling in general, and Gypsy lashing out, and I don't know, those are things that kind of revelations have been going on with some of these emails. It just kind of feels like they weren't being 110% transparent when they were doing those prison interviews, because supposedly it was a lot worse than what they were letting off. But maybe that's just because they didn't want to share exactly what was going on. I don't know. But then there are, obviously, you know, it was filmed and some of these emails might have been sent after. Okay, so it reads, "Hello friends, it is with a heavy heart that this morning I made a decision to go ahead and file for an annulment and end my marriage with Ryan. My marriage ends without any fault to either of us. I believe we just are in different places in our lives and find it too difficult to walk a path together at this point. Ryan is a good man with a big heart and I love him dearly for all that he has given me through the over 2 years of our relationship. I pray for our healing in this separation and for the healing of our families who have given their hearts to one another during this union." So this is to Mac specifically, saying, "I am actually doing just fine not talking to Ryan during this 30-day phone restriction. I emailed him and his mum yesterday and both seemed to not be understanding to my feelings nor receptive to my explanations. It is, I'm in the wrong and there is quite a bit of tension. In a nutshell, they perceive my actions and reasons as selfish, and I don't understand how, if they both love me, then my mental and emotional state and happiness should be a priority to them. But all Ryan and his mother see is Ryan is unhappy and I am to blame. He emailed my friends telling them how his wife is leaving him to go live with her parents and pine away for her ex, Jeff." Now, I think Jeff is the guy before Ryan, who I think they were going to get married and then Jeff chickened out, if I've got that right. But yeah, she did find someone before Ryan. I have kept my composure, emailing his mother and told him do not come to visit me tomorrow as I just need space. I am listening to over 700 episodes of a podcast dedicated to marriage therapy. More and more, I am not sure if the last episode of my documentary is going to show us this happy couple and this storyline of me finding love, ready to start our lives together. Now has turned into I regret my decision like everyone said I would, because I am getting closer and closer to freedom, and instead of wishing to be with my husband, I'm craving the single life. I feel helpless and hopeless, and worse, my new family I married into now dislikes me for feeling this way. So I'm just going to play a little clip that I can find that I'm able to share of that prison confessionals where Gypsy and Ryan are both talking about their relationship, and how quite obviously, I will say obviously, because Gypsy is going to have a hell of a lot of attachment issues when it comes to relationships with other people. I mean, that's quite obvious. It's going to be a byproduct of what her mum did to her. So I don't it's really obvious that she probably isn't the easiest person to be in a relationship with, purely because of her whole history, if you see what I mean.
It wasn't easy for Ryan to break down my walls. I threw everything at him to the point that it was almost cruel.
Gypsy can say some hardcore stuff when she wants to. She's got a bite and she can get jealous, and she likes to make me jealous on occasion, because there are people who want to be with Gypsy, and she gets letters and emails.
I have said, I don't think that you are enough. I might want more. I might want freedom to date around. I would tell him things that I knew would hurt him, because I was trying to push him away.
So to me personally, that kind of matches up to how she, was talking through her emails. She was saying that she wasn't sure, she wanted to have a single life and all of this. And to be honest, given her background, and how her relationships have been in the past, not just romantically, but also with other people, that doesn't surprise me that she would act this way in relationships. I'm fairly sure, because she was kind of alluding to, she's not really sure what they're going to be showing on the documentary, that she called off the marriage after this was, after she recorded this. I'm pretty sure that is kind of what has happened over here. But it's very clear that they obviously worked some things out and they're still together. A lot of people do speculate that she's only with Ryan to do with her parole, which could be a correct theory. I don't know what they're like in their day-to-day life, but I do think if they're having these kind of problems this early on when they are in prison, could those problems get bigger now that they're obviously living together? I don't really know. Only time will tell, and we're going to be finding all this out in their reality TV show, which I don't know when that's going to be happening, but it's going to be happening and we're going to hear all about it.
Is it all, or are we just friends? Is how it is in a simple telephone call. You leave me.
That's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.